Yeah, shut up. Yes, plumbers, we're here. A big show. Lots to get through. The Roos were pox. They were so bad, I almost vomited into my calling microphone. The wee man is filthy. We're going to get to the bottom of that with a big press conference. That is on the rundown. Drapes, he's off the bye. He deserved a bye. He's been kicking snags. He's been watching local footy and getting sensual with Izzy, I hope. I'm sure he has. We're going to get to the bottom of that. And I've just been in really good form. I've got to go back to gather round and defend my best on ground title for the third year in a row. Got a calling promotion and just feeling quite good about myself, really. So there'll be a bit on that as well. How are we, men?
Geez, your intros are going so well the last few weeks. So awesome. And you've just taken a big step back, mate.
I thought it was, what do you think, Drapes? I thought it was quite good.
It was awesome. Yeah, really, really good.
Right, we might as well rip the Band-Aid off here. That was bad, mate. That was pox.
What, you calling?
No, my calling was all right.
Yeah, was it?
I'm happy to take feedback on my calling when it's bad.
Give us a tidbit. How'd it go?
It was all right. Cats Radio Friday night. Very good.
Yeah,
with the moon and
more
Benny
interested
Graham.
in our game.
Yeah.
Do you have any good moments in that?
No, I went in feeling, like wholehearted and passionate, and I said in the pre-game that we're going to find out if the Roos are fair income tonight. Yep. They've been teasing us. They've got blue chip talent. They've got informed players at both ends of the ground, and we're going to see the real Roos stand up, and then you dished up that.
Who else was on the commentary call with you?
Big Joshy Jenkins.
Yeah,
was
Gun.
a bit of specials.
Gun.
And another bloke, Sammy Hargraves. Good young
Sammy
caller.
Hargraves, yeah, Gun.
Right.
They would have carried you on the call with you.
Well, we're not talking about me.
They would have gone all right.
All right.
I
They're
heard-
both very
heard
talented
JJ
broadcasters. That's
JJ
fine.
might actually be getting the call up to Triple M soon, I heard. He's a shoo-in for Fox later in his career, I think, when he hits about 41, 42.
Is there a gag coming here? Or
half a chance.
something? I don't really know what's going on here.
It's a feisty start.
How are we going here, Mark? Right. Okay. Let's just rip it off. Are you all right?
Yeah. I'm
Sometimes in footy you just have a shit one. All of you.
Called a mulligan.
Mulligan, yeah.
Yep.
How's the wee man?
It's fine, mate, yeah. He's good.
Is he?
Yeah, he's fine.
The wee man was very positive in the press conference after the game, and I thought the wee man was going to go bunter. Did he go bunter behind closed doors? Did he give it to you? Surely he did. When you serve up dog poo like that, the coach needs to go you.
Well, yeah, we had a bad quarter. We had a horrific quarter in the third. There's no way around that. And we probably fell into old habits a little bit with the way we played. We probably should have stuck to we know we should have stuck to our system, which has been working in the first 3 games of the year, and that's what we're going to try to do this weekend. So, yeah, Clarko had some choice words out on the ground, but after the game he was measured and calculated in how he assessed the game and what we need to do this week to remedy it.
Like it. It comes around quick. Was it like Coxie's cage? Coxie's cage. That's getting round. The
Mason Cox?
No, the Dean Cox.
Oh, yeah.
Coxie's cage, their defensive system was just too tight for you, and it rattled the Roos.
What is explain it? Explain Coxie's cage.
Mate, I wasn't out there, but look, from my
So you've just used
commentary
a term
position,
and you got no idea what
I'm
it
just saying
means.
it's getting around. No,
Okay.
it's there. Back in the day, we've had Clarko's cluster and the Weagle's web, and I don't really know what he was doing.
Okay.
But whatever they were doing as a collective defensively seemed to make it really hard for you boys to move the ball, and then you just started kicking moon balls, and even your good kicks were turning it over, and poor old Silverlarky couldn't get a look at anything, and it just went to shit. That's how it looked from the commentary box.
We didn't kick that many long balls. Our issue was we went around the defence a lot. So they owned the corridor on us, and we like to play and go through the corridor. And instead of being able to go through, we had to chip it around. We just ended up held up on the other side of the wing. So we spent a lot of time moving the ball pretty well, but not actually going forward anywhere. So
how did they own it though? Is that
they defended
structure?
they defended the corridor well and gave us kicks behind the footy,
Okay.
more or
He
less.
must be good, Coxie. He's
Then
a 200
again-
pluser. Maybe we get him on.
Yeah, he is. He would be a great coach. But then again, we had opportunities to go in there and we just neglected to take some of them. So we've reviewed that this week and obviously going to have a crack this
So
weekend.
for all those Roos fans that are quite upset, and I'm just trying to talk for them a little bit here. I'm not fucking ganging up on you, but when you serve up a poo one, you've just got to get it out, and then we gather round like we did last year. You can play a bit that condom, and that's what we're going to have again, okay?
I've already moved on, to be honest. So
Good. Well, we're just moving back for a little while here. I forgot my question. Were they a bit lippy, the Swans?
Mate, let's just let's go on. You're flogging a dead horse. Genuine dead horse. Move on to
Should we
Drapes.
just
Don't
have a
laugh
night
over
off?
there.
Should we
You would have stayed home tonight. You wouldn't come in.
Now he's attacking Drapesy.
attacking me.
Drapesy's just been holding hands with Izzy and Serena.
You wouldn't have come in. You would have had a club
I don't
commitment
like
tonight.
this. I'd be happier if he just came and said, "No, that was shit." Sometimes
I nearly had one.
everyone.
I nearly had a club commitment. Could have ran overtime, but I'm here. Showed up. You showed up and I own me mistakes.
What does Mikey Brady say? There are days when you could give it up. There are days when you could cry.
There is.
Me, I like football, but there's other things around.
Jeez, not one of
You've got to get a bit of up there, Kazali, about
Oh,
you.
God.
When you line them up together, the footy wins hands down. I think you got to bring Pinky back. I think Pinky needs to come back.
What else?
I think Bryn Teagle needs to come back.
You like the
And I
tees?
think you need to knuckle the Suns. I think Mac Andrew and the boys are getting a bit fucking yappy. And I think you need to punch them up a bit. Got enough tough boys there.
Sound advice. Who would you want in a scrap with you from the Roo boys?
Zerha.
Yep.
He's tough.
Who
Griff
else you got?
Logue. I
Griff.
reckon he could scrap.
Yep.
Corey's got a mad look in his eye.
Corey's Irish.
You'd be all right.
I'll be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
fight pretty well.
He's been punched before.
Yeah, look, you'd be
I
all
can
right.
take you good here. Yeah.
I like that you're hurting.
We don't want to.
I reckon that means you fucking care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when you've
It's
written
cracking you.
when you've written Purus on the rundown, it gets me a bit made, honestly.
Drapes, could you say something, please?
No, I'm on Chom's side.
Do you
here.
think he's brave for rocking up? He did rock up. Let's have a round of applause for Chom
Thanks,
for rocking
everyone.
up. Because normally Drapesy calls a club function.
To be fair,
Should we start the show again?
I'll come with gifts. Let's start from
Oh,
here.
should we start the show again?
I'll come with gifts. I've actually brought after Moff broke our bobblehead last week. We got a new one. We got a new Chom bobblehead. It says Chom on it as well. So I like to add this up there to start.
That's very good. His
Thanks.
gags are working. Good
Yeah,
on you,
good
Chom.
gags.
How are you, Drapes?
Yeah, wow. Good. Didn't lose a game of footy on the weekend. So
That's good.
I'm happy. Yeah.
That's why we love the game, isn't it? I mean, if life was just about, just drifting through on an even keel without the ups and downs, it'd be fucking shit, okay? Because sometimes you're where he is right now. No even keel, mate.
That'd be pretty nice.
You cop the pain and channel the pain, and then the out we come to plays will be all
Yeah.
the sweeter, okay? Very good.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
But I had
Back
a
to you.
good weekend. Good weekend off. Had the bye, obviously. Went down to watch Sorrento Sharks play, as I said. And, my boys put on a clinic. Ryan and Dylan Clark.
Yep.
Kicked 4 goals between them. Had about 60-odd touches between them and beat the Premiers, Mount Eliza. So
Ooh.
it's a good day for the lads.
Go in the rooms, have a tinny.
I was around there. It's pretty small rooms. I didn't want to get in there, but
Okay.
I got around the boys, and I tell you what, I did get me up. It was the under-19 boys on the hill, just absolutely abusing all the players. Like, local footy is just the best. for
that's
that.
it.
It's so good.
Because they hear every word.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, you hear every single word. It's not like
the
when we
best
play.
fun.
Like if someone's abusing, you can't really hear it. 'Cause there's a lot of noise going
That's
on.
why, as local footballers, we think you guys are massive pussies. Like when you, wow, I copped a bit of shit from the crowd. Go and play local footy like the Shep mates, who kicked 9, by the way.
Oh, they got
Mate, you hear it.
Yeah. It was personal
Yeah.
for those Mount Eliza boys from the Sharks under 19. So it was good.
Tough local footballers.
You hear
We
it
can
down
all
in
learn a bit from
Frankston.
them. Huh?
I've copped
down
it in Frankston. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Frank, where they're beating drums and that.
I
Yeah,
played-
that's any you state leaguers would get it. a bit.
Yeah, we love
I played
Frankston.
that on a it was Sunday night, 7 p.m. the day before Anzac Day holiday. it was rogue.
It's good.
I was getting chips thrown at me from the goal square.
Actually, can we talk about how I will talk about the commentary for a sec because I made a big call.
Here we
I made
go.
a big
Yeah,
call
did ya?
in the third term. I said, I think JJ on AFL Nation,
Yeah.
they need to consider putting Comben forward here.
In the third.
Yeah. And for a moment, I thought, Comben's going forward, I'm a genius. And then you ran to the pine. I said Comben's moving, but only for 5 minutes.
so good.
Would you have gone forward? Because it was just one of those rare nights where the Suvalaki was not sniffing the Suvalaki.
Well, if I got the directive, I would have gone forward. But
Are you allowed to say, wee man, forward?
no, I can't say that.
Haven't quite got the. Who's got that license?
I
There's
think we
about
only
5
had
players. that have
37
got it.
inside 50s.
Bond can do it.
Yeah, the Bond
Bond
can.
Bevo.
The track
Forward.
on track.
Track can do it.
Yeah.
Danger.
Yeah.
Danger. Scotty, forward.
Who
I
else?
think you need to go to wee man.
Name 3.
3 and say, look, wee man, if I'm not feeling it down back and they're going through my man a bit and Silver's a bit off, Wee man.
All well and good, but we only had 37 inside 50, so if an All-Australian can't get near it, I don't know what I'm doing.
Nah, fair.
Speaking of Sub, did you see the article he did?
Suv did an article.
Most
No,
accurate goal
Most goal
kicker
kicking.
of all time.
that stat came up in some of the media. I was around over the weekend. He's a beautiful kick. Doesn't over kick it.
Yeah, it was
No,
good.
it's like
very
a-
good article.
like a
I
golf
enjoyed it.
chip. He's going at like 93% from inside 15, like 85 from inside 30.
Yeah.
He knows his
Ridiculous
kick.
stats. Yeah, he's the best. Well, he's statistically the best kick of the footy at goal of all time.
Which is crazy.
Well,
Incredible.
to get 2 on probably that'll be his worst night of the year, and he still kicked 2.
Yeah.
And the only reason he's done that is because he's such a good kick. They were both rippers. He kicked.
Yeah, both
Wasn't
hard
it,
kicks.
Suv? I saw Wiz Capper actually. He's at the game in his jacket
At the North game.
I was trying to yell out from the com box, and he gave me nothing.
Yeah, I don't think he knew you. were.
Nah, he does. He does. Wiz.
What was he wearing?
Like a sequin jacket.
Ah, yes.
Oh. He
He's
normally
not
likes
a
bit of
shrinking
he likes a
violet.
bit of leopard print usually.
Loves the leopard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a leopard. It had a bit of gold about it.
It's
But
Got a
he-
bit of
I'll
you
tell you
about
what,
him. He unbuttons about 4 buttons and just lets the chest out hang out.
He does. I think he's had pec implants.
He's had ab implants.
Yeah.
What a kid.
Anyway, he was right up and about after the game, which is fair enough. To be honest, you need to give us something. I think I've been all right. You've been okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you've been a
shit.
Why have I been shit?
Come in unprepared, and all you've done is grill me
I'm
on
not unprepared.
the ruse. I've got something to talk about.
Good,
Something that's
thank
been, something that's
God,
been
okay.
yeah, I'll host here because
Good.
you're having a stinker like
I'm
you did on
not.
the weekend in the commentary box. I have a big gripe. Something's
Right.
been
Good.
grinding my gears all week. It's been about a week now, I think. And,
Will Haywood.
it's not Will Haywood.
Okay.
It's
Comes
footy
out to
it's,
Haywood.
It's footy and friends. What is going on there with their social media crap? What is that? They're ruining my feed. It keeps coming up. The road to 10K followers. I couldn't care less if Mac or Lincoln get to Adelaide. What are they providing anyone in Adelaide? Honest, give me a spell.
I don't mind this.
Are you following footy and friends?
No.
Mate, it's still mate.
I think this whole show's disgusting.
It's a disgusting grab at followers, whereas someone like us, we like to build our audience, have loyal followers. They're just piggybacking off Dylan Friends. It's just a Dylan Friends audience. We've built our
very
audience.
honest tonight.
Moff makes beautiful clips, puts time in, builds the audience.
And Benny.
And Benny as well. Benny does awesome work. And then Footy and Friends come out with a QR code at MCG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Okay, it's a
Nick?
big statement. Oh, look, I haven't given it a lot of time. I've been quite busy over the weekend, but look, I don't think it offends me that much. It's a bit of a desperate plea for followers. It's not like, as I said, I'm very boutique. You know, I like people that I earn, that are invested, rusted on, not just sort of begging people to follow me.
Yeah.
I'd be a little bit
off.
embarrassed to
Yeah.
be part of that show. To be fair, Barlow's got to hang his head in shame. He's part of it.
Yeah,
I know what Barlow's
he
doing.
does, yeah.
Barlow.
Yeah, Barlow.
Where's the other
Where's
one?
Barlow?
Yeah, it's a bit desperate from
good.
young Mac and Link. Wouldn't sit well with me, I don't reckon.
Is that all you've got to offer?
Yeah,
Is it a
that's
bit
what we're
on
talking
that?
about.
Okay, right. Well, let's just go back a bit. I think I've rocked everyone a bit with going a bit hard on the Puru, so we're going to leave that there. Can we go a positive? Let's have a positive sandwich. Right? Dermy was very good, right?
He was. He
Have
was
you
good.
had a little bit of feedback around the place on Dermy?
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got huge ratings, big clips.
Yeah.
People are stealing our stories. Like radio stations are now sort of retelling our Dermy stories.
Oh,
I've
which
actually
is-
I got a grab for that if we want to.
I would like to hear it, Moff.
So
Fucking that's hosting.
actually, it's from let's circle back one more.
Right.
Right.
No,
Good
so
on
we
you.
got, we got a
Good
bit
hosting.
of fan mail last week,
Oh.
and I'm going to throw
Fan
this
mail.
to you, Drapes, and
Okay.
you can read out. There's
Nice,
a little
Drapes.
note there. So let's read this out. It all makes sense because it all ties in.
Oh, look at this.
What is that?
But there's a little note in there.
Trapes, what do you got?
Okay. To Butsy, Drapes, Chom, and Moly Mole. My name is Sam Milne. I'm a proud plumber and lover of 200 plus. Also happen to have the perfect product for some customized 200 plus merch. The Traveller Stubby holder can clip onto any keyring, backpack, even a footy bag for cold cans in the showers after the game. Check out the Insta at Fark You Brewing for some examples.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So what have we got here, Butts? You want to?
Right. I remember getting a DM about this.
There's only 2 of them.
No, there's three. There's three.
Hang on. So it's a stubby holder that folds up nicely into a key ring.
Oh.
that obviously you put on your keys, which I'm about to do, and then you've
By
got
Far
a stubby
Brewing.
holder wherever you go. Great for the local footy when you're down having tins at Sorrento,
Beautiful leather
or back
touch on
down
it.
at Sale,
Yeah, mate.
or
this is-
watching Tomlinson in the VFL.
yeah,
You could put him on the list, Tomlinson.
Tomo. Yeah, he's been going all right.
Going to West Coast.
Good product. This
Yeah, good.
Do you have one
Yeah.
of those keychains that attach to your belt?
in my belt.
The
I moved to
carabiner.
Fitzroy.
You like them? You can attach that to that
Yeah,
when you
when
walk
I-
around Fitzroy.
When I moved into Fitzroy, it's customary.
So
Maybe we
anyways.
could get some Far Q brewing on as well.
Yeah, we could. Fuck you if you
just give them a
if
free
you're looking.
plug. So
Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah. Anyway, so
A
the
bit
good,
like Chom during my press conference. He looked at me and said, "Far Q." I thought that was good. Well, at least I've sparked him up to fucking life.
Anyway, the boys at Fuck You were listening to SEN on the way home on Friday.
Yes.
So this is only a couple of days after Dermy was released.
yeah,
And it was Mari and Gazy on the way home. And this is what they had to say during their conversation.
There you go.
Where did what nightclub?
That was the Metro.
The Metro. The Metro.
Oh, that was a massive joint.
where he
Huge
rode
joint.
Metro.
Metro.
Burn Street there.
Yeah.
Massive. Rode his
Jules the
motorbike up
Stoop.
the stairs.
Seriously.
Rode his motorbike.
I won't say I'm shocked, but I am genuinely surprised.
Up the stairs
Yeah.
and parked it on the landing. So chuck the security boys the keys. Hey, look after those, will you, fellas? I'll be back in a couple of hours. Probably not alone.
Oh, he owned the city.
Owned it.
Owned it the late
King.
80s.
The kid was the king.
Absolutely. Hey,
So what do
Well,
we
there we
think
go.
about that? Is that reheating our old soup or just
Imitation
timing?
is flattery. No,
It is.
that's okay.
bit of credit would be nice.
A little bit of attribution. They're all journos in there to Stoop and Andy calling the footy with Andy on Saturday night and the A team.
Do you think we put Derm on the map a bit?
No, we fucking did not. He's been on the map, but you know what? We have sort of highlighted and headlined his great yarns to a younger audience that may not have heard them for 25 years.
With the middleman.
Yeah, we have the middleman.
Yeah.
I think he enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think he did.
The timing of that seems a bit suspicious.
It is
well, I may
suspicious.
say.
Well, I work for that radio station, so
Oh,
I'm not
just
going
get
to
off the
back
fence. You've been on the fence all night, and you're
Yeah.
telling him to get off of it, and you've been sat firmly on it.
Well,
Thanks.
No, they didn't. Well, they didn't exactly rip our story. They just spoke about what we spoke about.
2 days after.
Well, that's all right. It's not our story.
It is.
It is.
Is our story
we,
now.
Are
We
you
trademarked
saying
the story.
that Andy Marsh should have said, "Hey, I heard Derm talking about this on 200 Plus podcast"?
Yes.
What about
Yes.
this?
Just admit that
We
you're a
don't
listener, Mari.
own the fact he drove the motorbike into Metro.
Yes, we do.
I think we need to go back to
We
media
need to-
school
we need
here.
to patent that.
You idiots. But no, it's very good hosting. And thank you to the Far Q boys
Yeah, thanks
for
to
the
lads.
stubby holder. Your Red Bull sugar-free looks good in there.
Yeah, it looks awesome in there.
I think we're getting a bit of mojo here.
But the feedback was good from the Dermy pod.
Yeah.
Everyone's been loving it.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
I did see one comment. Someone commented saying about Dermy loving to talk about himself. It's like we invited him on the podcast
To talk about
himself. Yeah.
I did get a lot of that.
Yeah.
And someone said he speaks out himself more than me.
I did see that one.
It's like, well,
I'm not sure he does.
Well, but you got a little tie in there with Dermy. What are you doing this week?
calling Drapes' game with Dermy.
Oh,
So
wow.
in the
Beautiful.
radio world, we call it a promotion
Oh my god.
to the A team.
Wow.
Brereton, Butler, Ma.
Is it Mar as well?
And Ma, yeah.
Wow. So
well done, mate.
you'll,
So-
you'll be able to
When
ask him.
you're doing your weird finger thing and the crowd's going bunter, Dermy and I'll be hanging out of the box.
Oh, that's great.
And we've already spoken about having a couple of bourbons after the game.
Lovely.
It's going to be on. We're going to tie one on. What did Dermy say? We don't watching blokes do boat races. We like girls.
Are you more excited about getting the promotion commentary or calling Derm a mate now?
No, Derm's always been a mate. Yeah. It'll be a lot of we this, we that. Dermy, we.
Yeah.
When we talk about Drapes,
Yeah.
Drapes is our boy.
That's
There'll be
great.
a lot of that.
I can't
Listeners. So no, it's very good, very
No, that's
excited. I
exciting
must say,
news,
when the
mate.
little roster came out this week and saw Brereton Butler, I was, oh yes, very good.
No, congrats,
After a
mate.
win, will we see you down in the rooms?
Absolutely. you
Only
will.
wins. He was
Yeah.
nowhere to be seen
Mate,
Saturday
I wasn't
night.
going in anywhere in there.
He was
You'd have to
not.
be a sicko to go in there.
Nowhere to be seen Saturday night.
I did see there was still quite a few like Roos.
There was heaps on Saturday.
Yeah. Poor buggers.
I think mostly family members, mate, to be honest.
Okay, let's not talk about that anymore. No, if you win, I'll be down there.
Yeah.
Or if it's you make a good account of yourselves.
We won 2 years ago and you promised to come. You didn't come.
I know, but that was
The chicken carcass era.
it was chicken carcass, and I was calling a game the next day, and I was a bit rattled. I didn't know I was a bit behind on my Richmond players.
Yep.
And I'll let you down, to be honest. I just had to go home and have a chicken and go to sleep. But it's very good, isn't it? Well, look, when are you flying over? Let's talk some gather round. You go Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
You go
Friday.
Friday.
Yep.
Are you having a run over there?
No, we do that in Melbourne.
Right.
Which sucks. I wish we could do it in Adelaide because I get to go there earlier, but it's all right. Get to spend the weekend there.
And you're straight out.
Well, we're in Thursday. We'll do our captain's run. No one's ever played in Barossa, so we'll be the first team to play there, I believe.
That's exciting.
Silver's speaking. The Barossa?
Yeah, cool. We'll be training Friday morning in the Barossa. Then we've got school visits, I think, after that.
A couple of
and then wineries after
glasses
that.
of Shiraz. In
I think
the oven, just to
Gold
take
Coast
the
are
edge off.
they're wearing that pink jumper for the first time this
Smash
week.
'em.
That's sick.
What
Yeah,
do
I
you-
reckon it's
I
cool.
reckon it's cool.
Yeah. All the time. I hate
Yeah.
it.
How dare they wear
Smash
pink?
them shit out.
Pink's a girls'
I
colour.
might ring Noah about it.
Can't wear that.
Should we ring Noah?
Should be wearing blue.
Should we ring Noah?
We could ring him. Oh,
Nah, Chom's
Nah,
fine.
let's
It's
do it.
okay.
Nah, let's not. What about Andrew? We're going to get in Andrew's grill. He's a feisty
I
customer.
didn't see that. What happened?
Andrew, he got in Filthy's grill
After the game,
after
was
the
it?
game.
Yeah.
Before, during, and after. They were knuckling on after the game.
That's
Ballsy.
That's
Filthy's
awesome.
a big boy.
Yeah. Siren goes. Crows lose by a point, and Andrew was getting in his grill, waving fingers in his face.
Philthorpe's huge.
Yeah.
I would
He looked like he
I
wanted
wouldn't
to
get
eat him.
I would not get in his grill.
No.
Yeah. Oh, good luck to him.
Verbal him. Go on, I dare you to verbal
we play
Andrew.
we play at the opposite end.
Just
of the
run
ground.
up there. Say to Clarko.
Mid game.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, right. So Nick Butler's told me to do this.
No, they're a bit off me there, so
Yeah.
don't do that. Okay, yeah, how are we going him off? Pretty good, or? No.
We need a lift
we
still.
Oh, we need a lift. Right.
Do we need a break? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe have a break.
Let's have a break.
Pretty bad.
All right, we're taking a break.
Boys, captain's call here. That first 20 minutes was a bit pox. Okay, I went a little bit heavy on Chom. Drapes was just staying out of it because
I
he
didn't
didn't
give
want to
you much
cause
either,
any
sorry.
controversy. And then a couple of gags fell flat. I've got a bit of an oyster there. But look, what we're going to do is really go hard here in the second half. So I've got an idea. Yeah. I think we should call the wizard. Can we call the wizard? Not Nick Watson. Warrick Capper.
Okay, I'm glad we tidied that up.
Yes.
Because I'm texting Warrick Capper right now, and you thought I was talking about Nick Watson.
I did.
Just for a bit of context,
Yeah.
we Butts made the captain's call to have a timeout and discuss how we can save the show.
Yeah.
And Drapes and I are on the same page. We'll call the Wiz. He'll have some good stories. Then Butts starts rattling off all these questions. He interviewed Albanese. He has a paid Nova gig. And Drapes and I are thinking, yeah, the Wizard probably has a paid Nova gig.
He's my mate.
Butts thought we were talking about Nick Watson the whole time.
Yeah. So I'm happy to ring Nick Watson and the old wizard.
Warrick Capper's saving the show, mate.
Yeah.
Not what
we
I.
give Wiz a call.
Let's give Wiz a call.
Okay.
Jeez, I'm nervous.
I was told with the footy show killed it there, Drapes.
Hello, Warrick. How are you?
Looking like a fucking movie star, I was.
You all good for a quick chat?
Yeah, mate, you can come on mine in a couple of weeks. I'll get your ratings up.
Absolutely.
Mine's number 4 in the world. It just beat Ali Portman, the murderers, last week.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the podcast name, Wiz?
Gee whiz, mate, because the other guy's Tony. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I've got Nick Butler here with me and Charlie Coleman from North Melbourne.
Oh, yeah. I was on to non-Melbourne game. I was like watching grass grow.
Wiz, on that, you're at the game on the weekend. I'd love to know, how do you reckon you would have gone out there?
Yeah, I was getting a soft on. Just saw myself on TV. I look beautiful. 61 would look 40.
Mate, you had a nice flash. You had the sequin jacket on. That's a nice kit you're rocking out to the Swannies games at the moment.
Thanks, mate. Well, I am the movie star in the Hall of Fame on the Monopoly board with Tony Lockett. Only one of 3 players kick 100 in the whole 150 years of the game. Me, Plugger, not Buddy, but also, what's the other guy's name? Bobby Pratt. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's good, mate. Yeah. Not improving, but slightly.
No, yeah, mate, exactly. Hey, Wiz, on the style of footy at the moment, not seeing many hangers. Is it?
Nah.
Why?
Nah,
I remember
right.
doing a story with you on 10 a few years ago, and we talked about the 666, and it was going to bring back more cappers, and you were really excited. No cappers at the moment.
Yeah, they've been pushing that on SEN, and the Port Adelaide dropped one. They said, Capper rest. I said, fucking, more than Capper rest. I did 7 a week, you freaks. And the week before he took one, he went, yeah, up. I said, yeah. That's why I had 7 car yards. I had 70 cars at my own car yard. I tried those 14 Commodores. Those shit I was in for a Lambo. Boom. But yes, I agree that there's more. We need some more high marks. And the guy from Adelaide, Port Adelaide took one, dropped one last week. But that was good, yeah.
Yeah,
George
Georgiades.
It was a bit low, like you said. He wasn't as high as Joe Cocker, like Warrick Capper.
No, he was not. Hey,
Here's the
on those
podcast going,
guys,
mate. Going on?
are you doing a heap of sporties at the moment? I remember back in the day you used to do a heap of gags about, having the, what was the one you used to do about having the farm and there was a mirror on every tree, or that sort of gear?
Shit. I taught you to talk because you were a boring prick at the Footscray. I do about 100 for the year. A few fundraisers, a few cashies, make a few free ones. I'm doing Warranty this week, so I can give that a plug at lunchtime.
Bloody oath.
Very nice.
No, I was supposed to do a soccer game this Friday, but I was playing it, but I didn't like the tan, so I just going out to the Swans play.
Fair
They're flying
enough.
up for the Bears inaugural Lions game because it's a retro round next month, so I'll go there with the sun. That'd be good.
What about Gather Round, Wiz? You going to hop over there?
Yeah, I've got a couple of shows there. I guess I'll give a bit of a funny story. I'm over there singing for the shit team Port Adelaide, even though they're okay, but they give me a couple of grand to sing Never Tear Me Apart. Oh, fuck's sake. Game, you freaks. Yeah, with a sheer squad. Because last year Barry ran there, but they punched him up. He punched them all up. So now you get me. Boom.
Boom.
Like it. They love you over there. Remember that Bucks Day a few years ago during the test where there was like 50 Warrick Cappers?
I didn't want a big nut there, but that's one of my 5 million things. Yeah, they were 100 coppers dressed up as me. Give me a bit of holding, come over to cricket, and I was there 5 hours. I wanted to piss off of it too. We couldn't 10 million photos. Fucking hell. Come and rescue me. I was fucking had a fucking headache.
Mate, final one from me, and thank you for your time, and we'll give that podcast another plug. When earlier round one this year, the young kid Lawler's snag popped out of his shorts, did you almost?
Roll, yeah.
Did that ever almost happen to you in the tight little offerings you used to wear?
Happened on purpose because Dick Pratt, Big Pritchard, who owned the Swans, wasn't really Edelstein. It was more, I was face of it, but it was more Pratt. Pritchard, who owned the front Swans. He used to cut the ties in my shorts, the lining. So that came to the sausage, and it was cappuccino on the shoulder. The rest is history. Well, my son's size 4 shorts, and I fucking loved it. And they still got my own shorts on. My name's trademarked.
Give us a plug for the podcast. When's it out and what's it about?
Mate, well, it's on every week, and we've done 50 shows. And I got top 10 in the world, got number 5 in the world last.
Hey, Wiz, what do you reckon about him snapping?
Kick 100, you freak, one day.
What do you reckon about him snapping them from 10 metres out?
Oh, fucking dickhead. when you kick 488 with an average of 3.3, every 4 kicks 3 goals, don't fucking do that. It's the most Bungie era.
No, that's it.
That too.
Hey, we had Dermy on.
Never saw Plugger do that.
We had Dermy on last week, and he had a couple of war stories from after dark in the 80s. Did you ever knock around with Dermy?
Oh, fucking yeah. He was hanging off me for the last 30 years. He's like watching paint dry when he talks. I wonder what's the boring. I watch Foxtel. Put me to fucking sleep. I like it, though.
Who was the better player in their day, Wiz? You or Derm?
No, much better. He's a poor man's Warrick, but he did win 8 premierships. I had 8 Brownlows and 8 Portos, but that's all right. I kicked 150. I guess you 488. But no, good player. Good. But I get to him. He knows the game, mate, doesn't he?
Oh, he does, mate. He could, what do they say? He could talk underwater and he knows the name of the unnamed soldier.
Oh, well said, son. It was like that in Sydney. I said, get up, mate. You're boring the fuck out of me. I said, get the Hall of Famer on. Fuck's sake, mate. They all clapped. They said, agree. Fuck off, Grooming. Let's get the Hall of Famer on. The guy looks 41, not 65 like Dermot.
Yeah, hey, thanks for giving us a couple of minutes, Wiz.
He knows the game.
You're on fire, mate. Thanks so much for jumping on.
Thanks, Albert, mate.
Oh, that was good. We're back. We're back now.
Just the Wizards.
That'll cut up beautifully. He's as mad as a headless snake, that man.
What a man.
Yeah. Righto, boys, you're finding a bit of mojo here. What do you got, Chom? What do you got?
I actually have got something. I really want your thoughts, especially Bart's.
Yep.
On Darcy Fogarty getting the Cooper's draft tattooed to his bicep. So he's gone with a brand Fog, and he's gone with a big tattoo. What do you think about that?
I loved it. I love him. I did the cashy with him over the summer and realised he's a bit of a rogue operator. I'd love to know what he's getting
Yeah.
for it.
What would you take for a tattoo of a beer?
Tradie beer on your bicep.
Do it for the love of the tradie beer.
Yeah.
Say it was a different beer brand you don't love as much. What are you taking
I
cash
don't know, is
wise?
it a real tat?
I reckon it's fake.
I think it's fake.
It looks fake.
They got him footage of him getting tattooed though.
No, but even though it is going to, like, every camera is going to be on that,
Yeah.
like, whether it's real or fake.
Such good marketing.
Like, if you
Yeah.
went with a
So
big
then-
tradie beer on your bicep, that is going to get a lot of love.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So is there rules around that, what you can and can't do? with-
Well, no, apparently it
I
was
think the AFL
real
ticked it off.
borderline.
No,
Yeah.
the AFL ticked it off because I can't remember the AFL sponsor. It could be Carlton. They're not a protected sponsor of the AFL. So Toyota are protected. So I couldn't go and get Mazda tattooed on my bicep, which I would do for free.
I
mind
would
you.
get
Sal Mazda.
Mansfield Mazda.
I'd
Give it
get
heaps.
Sal Mazda on my bicep. Give it heaps on the other one.
D, I'm
For
10
free.
grand and I'll put Mansfield Mazda on my forehead
Yeah, see,
at
this
the
is why
moment.
you're a poor ambassador. I'd be doing it. I'd be doing it for free.
10 grand for me, D.
I might just go get on the weekend, little one on the ankle. But yeah, I don't think it's protected sponsor. I think it's all clear. It's been ticked off. But
Probably have to bring in a rule.
What do
about
you
that,
reckon
'cause
he got? Come on, you're not going to get in trouble. What do you think Fogg
I
got?
don't-
Let's have
50,
nearest to
do you
pin
reckon?
and we'll ask him.
I could
50?
probably, I got the same manager. I could probably find out.
Well,
but
let's ring Dogger.
what do you
Can we
reckon,
ring
Drapes?
I'll
What do you
ring
reckon he
Dogger?
got?
Great. How much money did he get? I reckon he's got 50.
yeah, 50.
What do you
Hosting?
boys think of Jack Higgins' comments about Adelaide on the
Yeah,
weekend?
Drapes, you're an Adelaide local. Do you
Yeah,
take
no,
offence?
that didn't go down too well with the locals. What did he say? Because
He said he'd rather play COD.
so they're spending because they played in Adelaide, Port Adelaide on Sunday, and then they're spending the week there. So he said doesn't like Adelaide much. He's going to be in his room playing Call of Duty, and that's ruffled a lot of feathers.
Pretty funny.
Well, it's quite sad, really.
Oh,
Because
come on, mate. It's a bit
no, I
low.
like Jack Higgins. Do you know I use a clip of Jack Higgins in my media trading? This is no bullshit. I'm an AFL accredited media trading. One of his early interviews, he's just so up and about, and he kicks a goal. And Richo's interview, and he goes, "How good is it kicking a couple of snags? I just threw my foot at it. I just love kicking snags." And my message to players is just be yourself. Like it's such a great grab, rather than I was just sort of playing my role and I stuck my foot in it and
They blocked the corridor.
Yeah, we'll be better next week, and they blocked the corridor. Anyway, so I love the kid, but Adelaide's fantastic. If I found it a bit depressing that he's going to be playing COD all week.
Yeah.
The man's 27. He's on great coin.
Could be out there
living
looking
the
at all
life.
churches and stuff they've got.
Mate, there's Barossa, beaches, little a few cashies.
What is it? Hindley Square.
You know what? We
Yeah,
should try to
Harley
get
Street.
Jack Higgins on the recovery.
Rundle
Yeah, we
Mall.
should.
If he's that bored and he's playing COD all week, we'll get him on the
Yeah,
recovery.
yeah.
You've got Rundle Mall there.
Run
The Moles Balls.
The Mall.
Yeah.
No,
Go
it's
down to
pretty funny.
Grange. I don't
Oh,
know.
what's this? There's a very good Chinese shop called Ying Chow. They do
Ying
the
Chow.
best. They do best pork ribs. They do a
Guja Street.
red wine vinegar
Chom's
pork
nugget.
rib, and they do a salt and pepper pork rib. And Pally and I go and get them every time we're in.
See, we
Adelaide.
should
They
be
are
on the
bars.
South Australian tourism like Snake Eyes.
Oh, you're mates with Mallow, aren't you?
Mallow, yeah.
Yeah.
Melly.
Yeah,
Melly,
Melly,
call
they
it.
call him,
Still
yeah.
plays footy.
Yeah, the Mallow.
So he ruffled a few feathers. but
Yeah, he did.
It's pretty
No.
funny.
He followed up because he went on the next day. I think they were at a footy clinic doing a clinic somewhere, St Kilda. And he doubled down. And he said, "Oh, it's not that good."
Did you
He's
just
like, "No, only joking, tongue in cheek."
Yeah, it's good.
his character.
Oh, he's a ripper.
He'll
isn't
end,
he?
you know what? He'll end up. I don't know who's Jack Higgins' manager. We should ring him because what he
banned
should
from ringing
do
managers.
is do a deal with them and go, I was wrong, right? How good's bloody Adelaide? A road trip with Jack Higgins, finding out all the good fun in Adelaide, would go off. Okay?
Pay well.
Yeah. Does Doggo manage him?
No.
No.
They should market it.
Yeah.
They really should. Oh, he said actually, I think Malla must have made, or Mally, you call him, must have made comments about it because in his follow-up interview, he made comments about driving around Adelaide with Malla in his limousine. Higo said it.
That's funny.
I think someone's got onto him.
He goes to start.
he could be
Moff,
playing the- he
can
could
you
play
get
the long
Higo
game.
on?
He's
Yeah,
playing
I'll
long
ask
game.
Higo.
Yeah.
He's playing the long
Higo.
game.
Yeah, he's playing the long game.
He's playing chess.
Who's playing the Crows? We need to find out what Fogg got for that tattoo.
I'm calling out. It's disappearing ink. It'll come out in 2 weeks. I reckon there's an ink that fades. And I think it could be that.
Who cares? He's
Great
got a great
bicep.
deal.
Oh, it's a big bicep.
Great.
What
bicep.
would you need to put a tattoo on your arm?
I'm not a tattoo guy.
No,
so,
nor
like,
am I, but
my-
who cares? Cash is king.
Is it disappearing ink or full time?
No, it's not full. Like, say it's a
not there
fake
forever?
Just play a game with something on your bicep. 10?
Nah, more. Depends
Would
on
ya?
if it's a beer can. I'm honestly saying like 80.
80.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll do a lot of things for
If
80
it's,
at the moment.
if it's no, I
My
just don't
God.
like tattoos. If it's something I like, I'd do it for like 15 or 10, 20. I don't know. It's hard.
That's a weird question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a
really
good
hard
question.
to say. Well, while you guys were interviewing the Wiz,
Yes.
something actually did come across my desk.
Good, right.
It is, you mentioned you did Geelong Radio the other night.
Cats Radio, yep. It was
Yeah.
a big hit. GMHBA jumped on board.
Who were the three on that?
There was the big hairy cat, Cam Mooney, two-time premiership player and the toughest man in the league for a period there.
Yep.
Big Benny Graham, captain of the club, Karji Greaves, biggest leg ever
some
and
big
played in the
names.
NFL. And, the biggest name was in the middle of the photo. Triple threat. 14 seconds games, emerging commentator, newsreader, journalist, podcaster.
Funny you
so
mention-
take your pick.
Funny you mentioned 14-second game. I think Moff has some audio to play, so we'll throw that. Have a listen to this, Drapes.
Nick Butler on Cats Radio last night.
Yeah, I heard this.
He thought he was around some big dogs, Mooney and Graham.
No,
He
but
thought,
look what he threw up, though.
I better just elevate.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't. Did he really elevate? Have a listen.
Well, firstly, this 6 votes.
Yeah, Nick Butler is my name. I'll be describing the action. I played 14 very average twos games.
And then this.
Well, that's all right.
Yes, mate, in Adelaide, I'm a quadruple threat. The past Port Adelaide Magpies player, 17 league games, journalist, podcaster, caller. So I need to, I run out of Sharpies. I signed that many autographs over there.
I've spoken to Butts plenty of times. I felt, when speaking to him, that he must have been a premiership Geelong VFL player and a Port Adelaide superstar.
Emergency.
He played a total of 31 games between the two of them.
He's
in the reserves.
It's not
man.
about just footy. He's a quadruple threat.
He is a quadruple threat. He's a great guy.
Blues
How many
rate-
votes did you give him?
A 6.
Oh, that-
6.
Blues
They
radio.
butted up.
Yeah, it's a positive.
Butted
It's a negative sandwich, but that is Craig Hutchison and Pickers on their
SEN, yeah, off the bench. Very good
Giving
show.
you a little
Hey,
bit of
mate,
a run by.
I live by the rule. If people are hanging a bit of shit on you, they like you. If you're not getting the shit hung on you, you're getting sort of bagged behind your
You
back.
must love me today.
That's right. Straight to your face.
So
Well,
what was
that was
happening
good.
when Shrey interviewed you the other day?
He just grabbed me at the MCG straight after a live cross. But I got post Shrey anxiety as soon as I did that. Going, I'm going to come across as a dead set fuckwit here.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been too much
Was it
blowback.
because of your outfit or what you said?
No, my outfit was a bit. It was the jeans with the jacket.
He had-
Because you do that because you only get seen for the top half.
Right.
Yeah,
It was
I
an
did
interesting
explain
get-up.
that to a few people.
It was like suit jacket on the top half and skinny jeans on the bottom half.
Yeah,
loves the
Chompers
skinnies.
does that as well.
He loves the skinny
Like you don't
jeans.
need to be in a full suit these
Is
days.
Chompers getting around in skinny jeans?
Not as skinny as me. Yeah, but,
Yours are tight. Yours look like leggings.
just getting back to that, right?
on.
So I cop my wax.
Yeah.
Do you think am I too proud in saying that I played a couple of seasons of games in the Cats twos?
No, not you. No, you're not.
No, I mean, do
You're very
I
humble.
bung it on a bit, Moff?
No, you don't come across arrogant. You're
No,
very
you're fine.
humble.
No.
Very
First
humble.
one was funny. You said some very average games.
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
right. See, they cut that off because the actual, if we let that play, I said the men next to me have done a lot better than that. But those two flogs just thought, oh, well, we'll just cut him off.
Craig Hutchison the flog.
Well, that's okay.
Hold on, he's your boss.
That's okay. I like him, so I'm hanging shit. Or whoever produced that clip just cut me off before I got to the good stuff. Right. What else we got going? Got to do some hosting, anyone? or-
Well, we've got that live show that we got to plug again.
Yeah, live show. Now, big. I need to talk to you about this. So
The 200 plus cup.
We are really sticking it to Ratface here. That's the main bit here, but it would be remiss of us not to mention the huge occasion that's coming up. Jesus, my computer's just gone off here. It's having a malfunction. Oh, shit, what's going on? I've got a virus. Why is my computer going off? Shit, just stay there. The 200 plus cup, Chom v Drapes under the lights of Thursday night footy on May 1st. Now, we're giving the plumbers what they want in this Goliath v Goliath matchup. We're throwing a watch party with our great friends at Fox Friday. $40. We'll hook you up with 2 beers and a pub feed as we watch the Roos take on the Bombers. And I'll be joined by the bigger footy boys. JJ, the biggest star, followed by Pato, then Moff, and then Flan.
No Flan before me.
No, you're bigger than Flan. Well, in my book. But I do like, you know what, Flan can call footy.
Yeah.
I've said this before.
Really?
Yes.
Flan does
and
his
I've se-
research.
Yeah, he has got, we'll get some up.
Hmm.
Can we go to Flan's, no, we won't do that. Flan's Instagram's got a lot of like footy calling clips on it of local footy. He's good.
Hmm.
All right, I'll tell you when a bloke's shit. Flan is quite good. Right, but this is how we're sticking it to Ratface. So, We have got sponsors crawling out of all sorts of
Orifices.
rat
dark hole.
holes to come onto this show. But even before they get here, we have got the go-ahead, or I've got the go-ahead to raise some extra funds for the show. Some
capital.
With some capital that will be reinvested into the show, Moff, in the form of a raffle and an auction. So this is what I'm hitting you two flogs up for. And you will get a lick coming back because it's all going to the show. I need a jumper from both of you, signed by both of you, just signed by you.
Just us.
Yeah, because we're only really interested in you. Well, maybe we can get full
I
group.
reckon the team, yeah.
Okay, team jumper, and I want a boot from both of you.
A singular boot.
Well, maybe two boots. Time together. Okay, they're going in the auction. We'll be signing footies. The three of us will be signing shin guards. There is another print of my Michael Jordan photo.
We get 1,600
well,
for it again.
Once again, that'll be taken. That'll have its own part in the
Of
auction.
course, yes.
But it's going to be exciting. So everyone, bring your methods of payment, and we're going to raise some money to keep the show afloat. Let's keep the show afloat. Very good. I think we're going well now.
Yeah, we're going well.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got a little story.
May 1st.
I've got a little story as well.
Yeah, you do. You got a story. Good.
From my weekend, I was at the netball with a few mates from work here.
What took you to the netty?
Cobram State.
Catchy, was it?
Nah, they just took us to the Melbourne Mavericks.
Who'd they
Anyway,
take, Moff? The big dogs? You and...
they took me, Swale, Darcy, Scott. So all the big dogs. Anyway,
Dogs, yeah.
The Avengers.
we were
Super bad.
we were at the St Andrews Brewery afterwards, and me and Swale
Is that down in
the precinct, Rod Laver.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
And this bloke comes up to Swale going, I recognise you. And it was Matt Hill.
Matty Hill.
Matty
no
Hill.
way.
And we were chatting to Matty
Let's
Hill.
have a Scotch and Coke and talk about broadcasting.
Yes, he loves Scotch and
He
Coke.
loves a Scotch and Coke and to talk about broadcasting.
And he's keen to come on the podcast.
Oh, my God.
my God.
Why are you burying the lead? I'm like doing this shit press conference for 25 minutes and Matty Hill wants to come
Mate,
on.
Matty Hill, he gave us his number. He also said, if you ever want to come and watch me call a race from the box during Spring Carnival, let me know.
Hang on a minute.
And he basically we chatted to him, and I was talking to him like, how do you know the form? How do you know what? Because he can tell you
Learns his colours.
any
Yeah.
Group 1. It's because he's got a photographic memory. So everything he sees, and that's why I recognise Swale, because Swale reckons they met once ages ago. And he's got a photographic memory,
We'll get
but
him
the
on.
nicest bloke.
Love that man so much.
Yeah.
He's such a pleasure to listen to.
He's so good at footy calling
When
now.
I do my ass watching the races on a Saturday, when he's calling, I don't mind. When it's the guy in Sydney, Darren Flindell, I feel like throwing things. But Hilly, it's even beautiful when your horse loses.
Well, we'll have to get him on.
But his footy calling, I love listening to him.
Yeah.
He's
What do
poetic.
you love about it?
Poetic in the way he describes
Turn of
the game.
phrase.
Yeah.
Cadence, rhythm.
Yeah, really good. And he just he calls the action as it's happening. He's not one of the commentators that he injects thoughts into the games or what they did on the footy field. He calls
How
it
many
as
state
it
league
happens.
games they play.
Yeah.
No, that was in the pre-match. Sam.
he's
let's
awesome.
get him on.
He actually spoke about that. He's like, for him, because he doesn't have any association playing the game, he treats it as an art, and just calling the game and not inserting himself is what he tries to do the most to just see how
he's
it is.
beautiful.
And yeah, great man, but we can get him on.
And
Yeah.
and the best thing is he loves a Scotch and Coke. Or he loves a couple.
Just
He
like
goes
Dermy.
out on a Sunday night. You'll see him about the town.
Where are his favourite spots?
Oh, he's got a few. Yeah. Likes to go to Crown. He starts at Crown
The Cass, yeah.
and then moves out from there. Yeah. Very good. Moff, that's producing.
Should we get to tell me something?
Hey? Oh, yeah, right.
No.
Time now. We've really found a bit of mojo here.
good
Okay,
segment,
we're
son.
moving the ball far better through Coxie's cage. We're not sort of kicking mini moon balls. We're really stabbing it through now, and I'm feeling good. So it's time for this, Moff.
Tell me something, boys. Something I haven't heard before.
Very good. Please tell me something.
Oh, yes, this segment, love this one. I heard something about Chom's father, Wayne.
Oh, my dad.
And he's got a boat down in Barnsdale, is that how you say it?
Bensdale,
Ben-
yeah.
Bensdale.
Yeah.
And apparently it's good fun. and a few things happen on there. And
Great
we
boat.
should have a little 200+ day on there.
Oh, he invited me to the boat
good.
when you took all
This is
those
good
marks
mail.
against Melbourne.
Yeah, he loves inviting people down the boat. He's got a little.
I'd love to.
It's called a Bulls Cruiser. It's like a river cruiser. Sleeps 7, but it's not like a houseboat like you find on the Murray. It's a cruiser boat. It goes about 10 knots an hour max, and you sleep on like just bench seats really, and it fits throughout the front in the bow. Great thing. We took it out 2 years ago. New Year's Eve, had Georgie Wardlaw, Jack Archer, PC, and Charlie Lazaro out there over New Year's Eve. So we started in Bensdale, went up the river, went to Paynesville, Meetung, Lakes Entrance. So
Meetung's a beautiful spot.
yeah, awesome spot. I don't think we're allowed back there, but we'll probably give that a skip. It was an awesome trip. Yeah, it's good fun on the lake system out there. So it's good to tell you something.
Yeah.
That was an excellent tell me something. Right, Charlie. Good luck competing with that.
Yeah, good segment this one.
I know.
Oh, yeah, actually, I do have a good one. I was in at Supernorma, favourite parcel place, the night before the game on Friday night. And George and I took a seat just in the corner. We were greeted by Luca and Marco, my two friends there behind the beautiful passes there at Supernorma. And as I'd ordered and sat down, a young lad walked up to me. He was probably about 22. And he said, "Oh, are you Chom?" I said, "Yeah, mate." And he goes, "Look, mate, I'm a massive plumber. Love the podcast. I'm actually here for the first time with my missus tonight because you shouted out Supernorma on the Nuggets. So
Wow.
just want to let you know I absolutely love the place, mate. And I thought I'd find you here, but I didn't think you'd be here when we were here. So this is awesome." And yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
big
the
plumber.
kind of community we run.
Yeah, it was awesome. So nice little heartwarming one for the Nugget there. Great segment. Just
Are you expecting much plumber love over in Adelaide?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I like to see. Yeah, I think so. It's always nice to see the plumbers in the wild.
It is.
Yeah.
You had a really good gather round plumberish game a couple of years ago. Was it last year? You
2
kicked
years ago.
Kick 3 or something.
Yeah.
And you started doing things to your family. If you're on, I'm saying if you're on, let's not put the cart before the horse. Are you going to give us a bit?
I think I might give a bit. Yeah, I'll have a lot of family and friends there. Last year
Dermy and I
I
in
got
the
a
box.
heap of tickets and then we got absolutely smashed. That wasn't very fun. So
Yeah, the year before was great.
yeah, so hopefully a bit more of that energy this year.
I like that. It's very
And
exciting.
get you in the rooms after the game.
I will be there with all the Drapeses. What about you? Can we have a coffee and chill like we did last year, just
I'd love
before you went
to.
and dominated? Our schedule's going to be. You're going to have to hit up my Google Calendar and my fancy new phone.
I'll be in the Barossa on the Friday, so if you can make your way down there.
No, that's not going to work.
Oh.
Are you staying out there?
I think
Look
we're staying.
at your itinerary.
I think we're staying in the Barossa. Yeah.
What about Thursday?
We'd be flying in and driving to the Barossa.
Okay, it's only an hour away.
Yeah, so if you want to pop out for a coffee, I'd love that.
I'm
Be good.
quite busy.
Break some bread.
Well, I don't think we need to break bread, do we?
No, we don't. We're fine.
Okay.
We're going to do a recovery over there, Butts.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Maybe Drapey can come on.
Yeah, should we?
Maybe not.
When are we doing it?
We'll we haven't worked that out. We're just going to sit in a coffee shop and shoot the shit, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We can do that.
It's good.
Beautiful.
Very
All right.
exciting.
Should we move on to the Nugget?
The Nugget, yes. Good hosting, Charlie. We
Thanks,
should.
mate. All right, so Chom's Nugget this week. We've had a few good ones. We've done a few different cultured pieces. We had Supernorma, Wawa's Records. We've had readings, a few songs. We've got another song this week. We've actually got another Nugget video in the work for readings that I'll tease, so they'll be out in the next week or so. Nugget tonight, it's a song called Fairlies by Green Shatton. He's the lead singer of Fontaines DC, a band that's featured fairly prominently on this segment. This I've only discovered recently, released a solo album in 2023. It's a more Irish folk kind of album.
Irish folk.
Yeah, it's a great song. It starts off with this awesome jiggy kind of back and forth melody, I guess you'd call it. And then chorus is brilliant, quite catchy. There's an awesome live rendition of it on YouTube with a viola player, Jules Holland. So great track. Green wrote the song just before going on tour with Fontaines. And a quote from him is, "I celebrated each line I finished with a beer." So by the end of it, I'm sure the lyrics get progressively worse. But Nugget this week is Fairlies by Green Shatton.
I look forward to it.
Very good.
I'm not saying that. We're broadening the vocab because I'll say that
Very
too much.
good.
Yeah. Excellent. Outstanding.
Thanks, mate. Awesome.
Okay. We're almost there, Moff. What do we think? What do
Yeah,
we
we're
need to
there.
tick off here?
We're
I'm
there.
feeling quite good about the show. I think it'll cut up quite well.
It'll cut up, yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
We started out shit.
It's- Let's reflect.
What happened there?
I've got a song request to take us out.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you know a bit of Soul Asylum?
Oh, Runaway Train.
Yeah, I thought we'd hit it.
That's on SingStar 80s on the PS2. So we'll have to get the karaoke
We need the
version.
karaoke.
I've got the
There you go.
karaoke. I
That's
think
not
it's the
karaoke.
YouTube version.
That's not the karaoke. That's the
you better
that's
do
the,
it then.
That's the video. All right, here we go.
This is like a good song to listen to when you have a real shit one and you just need
And
to
you're
get
feeling a
through
bit
it.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you got to get down to get
Call
up.
you up in the middle of the night, like a firefly with power light. You were there like a blowtorch burning, and pulse was key that could use a little turning. So tight that I couldn't stop Haywood. So many secrets I couldn't keep.
Kicking moon balls down the wing.
One more promise. Fucking kick one to Silver's chest.
Oh, we don't know. We still going.
No, let's do the chorus. This time I really led myself astray.
You got the first line here. You got one?
Runaway train never coming back. Wrong way on a one-way track. Go.
That's shit. I thought you were going to go with something else.
Oh, fuck. No, I was just singing a song.
Okay. We'll go next week. I wanted you to talk about the North game.
Oh, I could keep going.
I could have gone as well.
Oh, fuck.
There's some good ones in the barrel.
Runaway train,
Sign
turn
it
it
off.
over again.
Sign it off.
What?
Do you want
Yeah.
to thank the plumbers? Or?
Yes, thank you, plumbers. Come and say good day in Adelaide. Bring your own Sharpie. I tend to run out on about day 2, but I'm happy to sign anything for you. And buy me a Cooper's Pail, and I'm your best mate.